apparently senior officials were taking issue that she had the private server.
This is very troublesome from a political and a legal point of view. First, the legal. The State Department told a federal judge it did not have any emails from Mrs. Clinton and didn't know where they were. And as a result, a federal judge dismissed the first of the now 49 Freedom of Information Act cases that have been filed against the State Department. So we now know that whatever the State Department told this federal judge is contradicted by these inquiries that were made in 2013. The federal judge dismissed the complaint in 2014. In 2015, when the New York Times, the Washington Post, and Fox News discovered the existence and the use of the secret server, the complaint was reinstated. So false information was given by the State Department to their lawyers and to a federal judge, and a federal judge relied on it. That's going to open up another can of worms for these people.
Judge, there's a sense out there that the people are so frustrated. They're saying nothing's going to happen. The Clintons are corrupt. The courts are corrupt. The judiciary is corrupt. Everything is corrupt. Judge, can you talk to that point? Is everything so bad that nothing's going to happen?
It is a head-scratcher to me that Commissioner Comey decided not to prosecute Mrs. Clinton, or not to recommend
You have to see what Jim Kallstrom said about that yesterday on my Sunday show. We're going to run that later.
Jim Kallstrom and Jim Comey used to work together.
Right, and Jim Kallstrom has some serious opinions about what took place with Jim Comey.
Jim Kallstrom is the gold standard in FBI agents. There was a time when you could say that about Jim Comey, but his behavior in this case is inexplicable.
Yeah.
The decision
Do we have that soundbite? No.
The decision to overlook obstruction of justice, destruction of evidence, lying under oath, misleading Congress, failure to keep secure state secrets is a head-scratcher. And then the selective release of information, releasing only a portion of your file to make yourselves look good, is so frustrating to Congress.
And when did they release it, Dagan? Friday night of Labor Day.
I know, another head shaker. Do you think if it was a different presidential candidate that the FBI would have treated that person the same way? Because I'm raising the issue of, is this because they don't want to interfere in the presidential election? Or is it more about her and her being a Clinton?
I think it's about her, and I think it's about the FBI's boss. Because
Loretta Lynch.
No, Barack Obama.
There you go.
Because some of the emails, which we have not yet seen, I've seen 2 of them, are from President Obama to Mrs. Clinton, personally sent by the president to Mrs. Clinton on the Clinton server. So he personally knew that she was using this personal
Well, that's the problem, because when you indict one, you're indicting President Obama. I mean, that's
he would have been a witness.
Here's what Jim Kallstrom, who was the assistant director of the FBI, he's an FBI man for 28 years. Here's what he told me yesterday on Sunday Morning Futures. Listen to this.
This lady is running for President of the United States. Should not the public know how many times she said, I don't remember, or I'm not going to answer, or I'm pleading the fifth? And how does the FBI director give his conference and lay out all this stuff about what she did, and then have that foolish thing he did after that? And then when asked a question by the news media, what went on during the Clinton interview, and he said, I haven't asked the agents yet what went on in the interview.
You know, and in fairness to Jim Kallstrom, and in fairness to everybody, he is a friend of mine, but I'm aware of his professional expertise. You're aware of his professional expertise, Steve. The situation is even worse than the way he painted it. This was not a serious investigation from minute one. No grand jury was summoned. No evidence was presented to a grand jury. No subpoenas were served. No search warrants were sought. In the FBI report, I counted 5 times where the author of that report said, we didn't get this. I wish we had this. We couldn't find this. That's their own fault for not using the tools available to them.
To the judge's point, I worked at FBI headquarters. I've worked with these fine individuals, and they are quite upset over this. And the agents are saying, Judge, that Jim Comey single-handedly tarnished the reputation of that agency for many, many years to come as a result of not pursuing this the way it should have been pursued. And one question for you, people are asking, well, isn't it the job of a law enforcement officer to bring the charges but not recommend prosecution or not?
Yes, and the reason that job was changed this time is because the Attorney General and her 4 political appointee senior people in the Justice Department were taken off the case. Why were they taken off the case? Because of the planned inappropriate behavior between the Attorney General and Bill Clinton discussing the case on her
Does this become
plan.
an impeachment investigation instead of a criminal investigation if she's elected president?
Yes.
If she's elected president, you really think she's going to get impeached?
No, but if the Republicans want to give her a hard time, they'll continue to investigate this.
Judge, great insights as always. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Judge Napolitano.